Hello everyone and welcome to HERORC. I'm Robert and like I said in my last video, I was going to try to get out here before it got dark, but it got dark fast. What we're looking at here is where I am going to attempt to build a moat around this tree here, and it's going to be in the teardrop pattern of this layout that I have here, edging layout that I have. I'm watering, I've got the ground nice and soft, and right there's a puddle there. That's where I started digging, but like I said, it got dark too fast, so we're going to just cruise through it. I'm going to turn the water off and then we're going to cruise through it real quick. Uno momento. Rocks and stuff. Okay. I done already messed this video up rushing. Right there where the vehicle is, around the tree, there's going to be land there. The moat is going to be about where the layout is, and there will be a center of land there where vehicles, once they cross the moat, they can park and sit and chill, kind of like a little picnic area or whatever. But right here where this little puddle of water is, that's going to be part of the moat there. I don't know if I want to go through that or not yet. It's only a few feet deep. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, few inches. It's not really deep. Yeah, it's going to be about that deep right there. So, that's where we are with that. Yeah, a little moat in this little area here where I have the edging at. And this is going to be a little circle, and there's going to be some land around the trees where the vehicles, once they cross the moat, they can park and chill. But that's the plan for now, and then I might change that later on after driving here. I might just have a moat just across this. I don't know yet. I want to have it all the way around the tree, to be honest with you. That way I can keep water in it, maybe. I want to put some heavy duty plastic down. But yeah, and it's going to be about that deep right there. What that vehicle is going through right there, no deeper than that. So that's what that's going to be. And then outside of the moat, there's going to be rocks and, you know, a little place to trail and everything. So that is the plan. We're going to get over to the trail course and do a little trailing, and we're going to call it a night so I can get up and get started on this fence bright and early. See you at the trail course on the flip side. Alright, here we are at the trail course with the Wiley Jeep. Wiley Toys Jeep, I think that's where I got it from. I bought it right around the time the tariffs kicked in, and I had to pay an extra $25, I think, to get it. Thanks to Donald Trump. I swear, man, you just can't win for losing in this world. And why did it have to happen during the yuppies retirement time? Anyway, here we go. Not the yuppies, the baby boomers. I'm saying yuppies, baby boomers. I'm a baby boomer. I'm just gonna do a little quick run here, and then we're gonna take it on in because I gotta call it a night pretty quick tonight. Probably make a lot of mistakes, but that's okay. This vehicle is very nice. It has all the original equipment on it except for the tires. It's a very nice vehicle for the price, 200 plus bucks. It went over 300 after I had to pay the tariffs. But I mean, it has nice modulation. I don't know how they do it with a brushed motor, but it is awesome. Seats, working tow hitch. You know, this is the kind of stuff that tariffs is making us miss because people don't want to pay that extra money. You know, you can get a quality vehicle for under 300 bucks until tariffs kicked in. I don't get it at all. But, you know, I'm not going to think about it, try not to think about it or talk about it because it makes me mad. Look at the drag brake on this thing. It's amazing. Technology, I have to say it, the technology overseas is cheaper and better, obviously. Alright, here we are coming up on Bedrock Bridge. Nice tires. And I got these tires from their deep dish 2.2s. I want to say from Endura. I say they're nice, but they're okay. They're some kind of knockoff brand. I'm not sure what they are. And the headlights do work on this thing. I just didn't plug them up. I was in such a rush. I didn't get to plug them up. Trying to get out here before it got dark, and dark still crept up on me. But this vehicle has a lot of potential. It's going to get a Fusion eventually. It's no rush for this one because it modulates nicely. With just an excellent set of tires, you wouldn't even need put a Fusion in it. Just some nice tires. Look at the drag brake on it. I mean, it's herky-jerky, but not really bad. Modulation is pretty smooth. And I got my little ladies in there riding. One in the backseat just bouncing all over the place. I don't have them belted in, so. Especially the one in the back. She was everywhere. I already had to fix her once. See how it does over Blackpot Hill. Going at a kind of crazy angle here. Shocks are double springed outer, and they articulate pretty nicely. Yeah, just smooth modulation for a brush motor. Like I said, a nice little set of tires. This thing would be crazy. Has no weights on it. Everything's original. That's all I needed, some tires. Some gripping tires. I guess a little weight wouldn't hurt. And tires are not great, but there's no weight either. So that's a baby lizards everywhere. Jesus Christ. Seems to have babies like rabbits. Spray some snake repellent here when I get done with this run. Alright, she's in first gear. Let's see how it does in second gear. Come on, baby, my arm's getting tired. Alright, let me shake it off. Whew. Eventually I'll get my DJI out here because it won't be as heavy as this thing at all. I'm just not ready to start editing yet. I tried it a little bit on my 300th video with my wife's car, trying to block out her plate. I still kind of made it out though, the plate. It's all good. There we go. There we go. Nice drag brake. Passenger in the back seat is just all over the place, isn't she? All right, baby, straighten up. Let's see if I can't lock her in there. All right. Let's do a little side hill in here. Alright, here we go. Let's see what she does. A little side hill in here. I don't think I've ever tested the center of gravity on this one. Look at them shocks articulate. Look at them flex. Double springed outer shocks. That's a nice ankle right there. That angle is wicked right there. Nice modulation for brushless. Or for brushed, I should say. I'm gonna back her up a little bit. Love them deep dishes. They look nice on there. Servo isn't very strong. Sliding tire needs weight. It needs weight. I think these tires would do a lot better with some weight on them. A lot better with some weight, yes sir. Maybe that's the problem with them. They need some weights. It's got a lot of they're soft, just not a lot of weight to keep them planted so they can grab like they should. Let's see if she'll grab that. The driver's side will grab that top up there. Nice. It's portals. I mean, for the money, this vehicle is an awesome value. And I don't even have all the lights hooked up. I just have to plug them up. You see that? That was nice. That was very nice. Alright, let's see how it does over Diff Catcher Road. Alright, here we are at Diff Catcher Road. Let's see how these portals hold up. Hold on, ladies. In for a ride. Alright, I'm already caught there. Gotta pick a good line here. The back caught. Just not sitting quite high enough there. I really pick your line with this one, but that's cool. Good driving experience. Held on, the tires held on. Alright, nice. Let's see how it does at Shovel Bridge. This thing has a ton of potential. A ton, you hear me? Just like the my Trax is in there. Once I get done with it, I think it's gonna be a super beast. Not only a super hauler, but a super beast. Let's see how this one does. Tires on grabbing. The vehicle is pretty heavy, so you gotta get some weight down low too, I think, to keep it planted. Tires doing okay. Front tires are doing pretty damn good. Articulating nicely, but I think I would change the shocks on it. Put some desert lizards on it and bring it down a little bit, and that would help eliminate some of that high center of gravity, I think. Yeah, she's sitting pretty high on them shocks. Maybe if I just took a set of springs off of the shocks and bring it down a little bit, and that would eliminate a bunch of the center of gravity, and see how it articulates then. You know, another video. Just so much more to come, man. Just testing and trial and error, you know what I mean? Alright, let's try see what it does over Diff Catcher, or what do you call it? Dig Rock. Look at it doing its thing. Look at it. Look at that dig. It is digging. You gotta love that. Let's get a close-up action here. Look at that dig. It's like it's got dig on it. Look at it. Look at it. Tires flexing up front there big time. And they grabbed. Yeah, those tires are nice. Just got to get my balance and everything straight on here, and this vehicle will be a super beast. Rear diff catching. Servo's weak. It's part of the problem there. But and it needs some some links to set it up higher, because I mean that bottom just catches. As high as it sits, the bottom still catches, so I just had to pick a different line there. But this is a beast. I love this thing. It's a nice addition to the fleet for 200 and plus bucks. It's an excellent addition. Needs a servo. I keep saying that because that servo is weak, very weak. Drag brake has a miss in it, but it eventually catches. Man, it got dark fast, I'm telling you. I'm gonna get this over with, and I got a busy day tomorrow. Look at that. Very nice. Very, very nice. Look at the articulation. Not bad. Not bad. Could be better, but not bad. Now see, that as far as it, I couldn't turn it any further than that with the servo. That was it. But it handled it. Look at that. Nice. Turns better to the driver's side than it does the passenger side. Alright, here she comes. Hello, beautiful. You get that greeting when you do a nice run. For me, nice, very nice. Let's go ahead and wrap it up on after run rock. Alright folks, there you have it. This thing has so much potential. It's going to get rock lights, and I'm going to drop it down a little bit, take away from that high center of gravity. I like the tires on it, everything blends in nice there. And this remote is nice. We'll see how it does with the Fusion in it, but man, it's no rush anyway to do it. The first thing I'm going to do to it is take some of those springs off, those outer springs. It has two sets of springs on the outside, so I'm going to take a set of the springs off and drop it down and see what happens. That's going to be my next step with this one when I drive it again. That's where it will be. No other changes so far. Fusion eventually, but no rush. All right, there you have it, folks. Wiley Toy, I think it's Wiley Toy, 200 plus bucks, but then I had to pay, it was upper 200 bucks, and then I had to pay 25 bucks that put it over 300, short, a little bit over 300, but look at it. Seats, I mean interior, nice scale, the doors open in the front, lights, a working winch. It's awesome for the money. This is a steal. But anyway, folks, like I always say, much more to come. Thanks for watching.